Assalamu alaikum everyone, or today's topic is part 2 of my first video, that is muscular tissue and nervous tissue. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and share the video with your friends and family. Thank you. We'll discuss about muscle tissues and nervous tissues. The topic muscle tissue and nervous tissue is present on page number 76 and 77 on your textbooks respectively. I'll recommend you to open your textbook along with the lecture. So, what are muscle tissues? Muscle tissues are the tissues that are composed of bundles of long cells. The cells are long, and these long cells are called as muscle fibers. Muscle tissues are the most abundant tissues in the bodies of animals. These are the tissues that are responsible for movement of the body. These muscles consist of cells which have ability to contract. Due to the ability of the cells to contract, they allow movement of various body parts. There are three different kinds of muscle tissues: skeletal muscle tissues, smooth muscle tissues, and cardiac muscle tissues. First of all, we'll go through skeletal muscle tissues. As you can see in the diagram, this is the diagram of a skeletal muscle tissue. Skeletal muscle tissues are called as striated muscles. Why they are called as striated muscles? Striated means banded pattern. As you also know about the band pattern, these are called as striated muscles, or in other words, these are also called as stripped muscles. These are the muscles that are attached to the bones. These are responsible for the movement of bones. These are striated muscles. Striations are present, bands are present, and they consist of many nuclei. Second type is smooth muscles. These are non-striated muscles. It means that no bands are present and there is the presence of only one nucleus per cell. Cells are spindle-like in shape and they consist of only one nucleus per cell. These are responsible for the movement of substances, and as I told you before that skeletal muscles were present attached to the bones, and smooth muscles are present in the walls of alimentary canal, in urinary bladder, and in the blood vessels, and these are responsible for the movement of various substances. Third type is cardiac muscles. These muscles are also striated muscles, banded pattern is present, and they have one nucleus per cell. The more thickened bands you can see in this diagram, these are the junction between the adjacent cells. They constitute one cell, and as you can see that in between the junction only one nucleus is present. Therefore, they have only one nucleus per cell. These are present in the walls of heart, and these are responsible for the production of heartbeat. So now we'll see that whether these muscles are under or voluntary or conscious control, or they are not under or conscious control. So let me tell you that skeletal muscles are the muscles that are under voluntary control, because these are attached to our bones, and whenever we need our bones to move, so these skeletal muscles are in our control. If we want to move the muscle, we can move it for the performance of any kind of action. On the other hand, smooth and cardiac muscles, these are not under or voluntary control. As you can see, heart pumps the blood. Muscles present in the heart are not under our own control. We don't control it. Nature controls it. On the other hand, smooth muscles present in our alimentary canal, in our urinary bladder, in our blood vessels, these are also not under our conscious control. Okay, these are involuntary in their action. So this was all about the muscular tissue or muscle tissue. Secondly, we'll discuss nervous tissue. that is present on page number 77 on your textbook. Nervous tissue. As you know that our survival depends upon our ability to respond to various signals. In your book, a word called stimuli is used. A stimuli is also known as a signal. As you know that our body responds to various signals. If we touch a hot object, this hotness of an object is a signal, and we collect that signal through our skin, and through neurons the message comes to our brain, and our brain tells us that the thing is hot, so stay away from it. And as an effect, our hand moves backwards and we prevent our hand from being like burnt or something, or from any damage. So our survival depends upon our ability to respond to various stimuli in the environment. And as I also told you that this ability requires the transmission of various kinds of informations among different parts of our body. So the transmission of information to various parts of our body depends upon our communication system, and our communication system is composed of nervous tissues. Each cell of a nervous tissue is called as a neuron. In the diagram on your screen, you can see the structure of a neuron, and also on your book, a neuron is given without any labeling, but you have to do the labeling along with it. So mention the labeled diagram, write the labeling on your book also. As you can see, this purple thing consisting of dendrite and the nucleus, this purple structure is cell body. Okay? And the part away from the cell body, this whole structure is the axon. Okay? This whole structure is axon. In the cell body, there is the presence of dendrite which receives the information. Dendrite has a nucleus in it. From the cell body, the nerve impulse travels to the axon. Axon has Schwann cells in it. As you can see in the diagram, these are the Schwann cells. Schwann cells are covered with the layer of lipid called as myelin sheath. The space between the two Schwann cells is a node, and it is called as node of Ranvier. Ranvier was a scientist who discovered these nodes. And after that, the nerve impulse reaches to the axon terminal or axon endings, we can say. And from these axon endings, the nerve impulse transmits to the other cell or any effector where the message has to be transmitted by the neuron. So this was all about the structure of neuron. Now we'll take the overview of these two tissues from your book also. Open the page number 76 on your textbooks. Muscle tissue. Muscle tissue consists of bundles of long cells called as muscle fibers. As I have told you before, it is important and it is most abundant tissue in the bodies of animals. It is present in the highest amount of all the tissues that are present in our body. The cells of this tissue have ability to contract. There are three kinds of muscle tissues, as I have told you before. Skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. The remaining portion is on page number 77. Skeletal muscles, these are striated muscles and they are attached to bones, and their cells are striated or stripped. As I have told you, they show a banded pattern and they contain many nuclei. These are responsible for the movement of bones. Smooth muscles, these are found in the walls of the alimentary canal, urinary bladder, blood vessels, etc. They contain smooth or non-striated cells, each with one nucleus. These are responsible for the movement of substances. Third one is cardiac muscles. These are present in the walls of heart. These are striated and they have single nucleus per cell, and these produce heartbeat. Skeletal muscles are voluntary in their action. It means that these are in our conscious control. That is, their contraction is under the control of our will. Smooth and cardiac muscles are involuntary in their action. Their contraction is not under or conscious control or in the control of our will. Next topic is nervous tissue. As we know that the animal survival depends upon the ability to respond with the stimuli of its environment. Stimuli means signals. This ability requires the transmission of information among different parts of our body. This signal directs the information to travel to other parts of our body, it means. Nervous tissue forms a communication system that performs the task. So the main communication system for the transmission of information is our nervous tissue. This tissue is composed of nerve cells. We can also call it as neurons, which are specialized to conduct messages in the form of nerve impulses. And nervous tissue is found in brain, spinal cord, and nerves. It's their location. The nervous tissue is present in brain, spinal cord, and nerves. And the labeling of the diagram is given with the page here, and the diagram I showed you before, the labeling was also given on that. So mention the labeled diagram on your book also. Mention the dendrites, Schwann cells, myelin sheath, node of Ranvier, axon endings or axon terminal, axon cell body. Mention the whole labeled diagram on your book also. So you should remember each and everything from this topic. I hope you have learnt all the previous topics also. So learn it properly. Inshallah, we'll discuss plant tissues tomorrow. So good luck and Allah Hafiz.